Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are getting back to Week Hero. This is Class 2, Episode 1. I am very excited to see where our story picks up from here. I wasn't even sure if how this was going to work out, but we shall see.
Yeah, the first season was amazing, so I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to jump into Season 2.
From what we got of the finale of Season 1, looks like new school, but some of the same old problems. So I'm really curious to see how this season delivers.
Yeah, same here. Really look forward to seeing what Season 2, or in this case, Class 2, is going to bring us. Let's get it. Let's go!
Judging by that school he was in last time, I'm waiting for Tom Berenger to show up as the substitute.
Some unsavory characters in that school.
어딘가에서 내가 나타나서는 꼬마가 떨어지지 않도록 붙잡아 주는 거지.
This looks like an epic brawl.
Oh, it's just school versus school melee.
그 일만 하는 거야.
Okay, there's somebody. It was weird at first. It didn't really look like a fight completely at first.
No,
but then
some of the
towards
guys
the
almost
end,
like it almost looked like it was
celebrating.
Celebrating.
They didn't change it.
Yes!
Well, they didn't change the song. Obviously, they changed the intro,
song.
but
yeah.
진짜 또라이야.
Wow.
You know what people are calling him in the comments?
Yep.
Yes. That was a dream sequence.
Yeah, it was.
couldn't tell by the coloring of the ring.
Never know, dude.
왜 잠을 제대로 못 잔다고 생각해요? 같은 꿈을 계속 꾼다고 했죠. 아직도 어떤 꿈인지는 말해주기가 싫은 거고.
Look at that room he's in.
Very organized.
수면제는 잘 들어요?
네.
Looks like a little too much.
어머니께는 그렇게 말씀드릴게요.
선생님,
네.
상담 시간 더 된 것 같은데요.
So just him and mom on that one.
So just me, or does it seem like the parking arrangements at some of the schools in the K-dramas, the kids always have to walk like a far away from someplace?
Yeah, seems like it.
You know, it's not like a parking lot right next to the...
Space would be premium.
Yeah.
Oh, watch it. Oh, jeez. I was worried they were kicking it the other way.
괜찮아?
This is terrible.
야, 연수야. 야, 나 비켜줘.
They don't want to fuck with him.
Wow.
I'm surprised he didn't stop to end what they got going on here.
I'm sure he thought
나
about it.
작년에 뭐 애 하나 죽이고 전화 왔다던데. 야, 최은환 그 새끼도 쫄아가지고 바로 버러우 탔잖아.
와, 존나 사이코패스네.
Somebody's sleeping in the
I was
desk.
just going to point that out. Trying to mirror our guy.
Yeah, that's crazy that they have a guy.
아유, 씨발 무서워서 살겠냐?
God, all the kids are afraid of him now. But it's not
Probably a good thing. At least there will be a little order while we see no teachers around ever.
Yeah, but it's just like a crazy fear. It's not like, okay, we respect him, don't mess with him. It's just like, oh, think of.
내가 너무 정신이 없어서 진짜 실수로 그런 거야.
The glasses, the nerves, not being overly confident.
Another delivery.
This can be a new
Well, he
guy
dropped
for us.
off-
Jun-tae.
Our kid's paying him to literally be a delivery service for him.
He's a DoorDash.
Yeah, he's an early door dasher.
Early DoorDasher. You know this just came out this year.
Oh, he's a young DoorDasher.
He's just taking a successful business model and adapting it to his current surroundings.
난 딸 키우잖아.
Of course.
미안해. 잠깐 헷갈렸어.
이번만 넘어가는 거다.
Oh, big man you are.
Oh, yeah.
Woo.
Bring it in.
미안해. 내가 다음에도
He's
꼭
gonna
신경
dump
쓸게.
it on him or something.
이따 수거품들 가져와.
Bring me the goods.
iPhones.
꺼져.
Beat it.
God, these kids are just the worst.
Did all that before class starts. Oh, collection table.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So was he go rip off everybody's iPhones for him?
Kind of how it sounds. All these kids are like
Just,
entrepreneurs already.
한시은.
I mean, we sold soda when I was in school, but it wasn't that much of a profit.
폰 기종 어떤 거 써?
어?
그러니까 쓰는 폰 기종이 뭔지 나한테 또 말해줄 수 있나 싶어서.
No, don't do this. Don't do this.
그냥 궁금해서.
That's not a good enough answer.
What kind of question is that?
I know he's getting pressured from the other dude.
Yep.
아니 자꾸 물량이 이렇게 쪼그라들어? 어?
How many phones do you need, dude?
여러분들 지금 뭔가 착각들을 하고 계신 것 같습니다.
Oh, Jesus.
This guy.
Oh, running a business.
여러분들이 이거를 막 좆빠지게 해줘야 내가 여러분들을 이 은장고에서 키워줄 수가 있는 거예요. 어? 그런데
Oh shit.
아니 여기 보시면은 4번 연시은 건들지 말 것, 건들지 말 것. 왜요?
그게 다른 게 아니라
He's got a reputation.
너가 직접 처리할 거라고 다른 사람들 아무도 건드리지 말라고.
빨리빨리 말해.
그래서 너가 아직까지는 너가 어떤
Yeah. Well, hey, calling him out.
판단하고 움직였다가 문제 생길까 봐.
문제?
문제.
문제.
저 눈치 없는 새끼 발작 버튼 누르네.
This poor kid.
연시은 그 새끼한테 발릴 것 같다. 그 얘기 하려고 그러는 거잖아. 아닌 게 아니라 이 씨발. 가드도 올리네? 야, 이 씨발 멋있다. 이렇게 해 계속. 차렷.
Come on.
Jesus.
속으로 계속 그 생각하고 있었나 보네. 내가 질 것 같다고 씨발 새끼야. 어?
Unreal.
Oh.
얘가 꼴이 이게 씨발 그지 새끼도 아니고 그걸 똑바로 입고 다녀야지. 씨발. 누가 그랬어?
Oh. Damn.
Unbelievable.
사 팀장님, 오늘 안으로 연신 그 새끼 폼 갖고 오는 걸로 알고 있을게요.
Why don't you go do it then?
Yeah, no
guy?
kidding.
Yeah.
선생님 저 폰.
종례 없다고 가지고 가.
네, 뵙겠습니다.
들어가.
The phones. Why do they have a briefcase full of them?
어쩔 수 없어. 이건 어쩔 수 없는 거야.
Oh, I wonder if they collect all the phones before class and then
That's what I'm
somebody's
thinking.
got to give them back. Yep. You scan them all in. He's the one who's in charge of it.
This is asking for some mad trouble because he already asked him about his phone earlier.
Yeah,
He doesn't get it back.
He's going to know.
폰 가져가. 오늘 종례 없대.
Hey, where are you going?
Hey, you're forgetting your delivery bag.
내 폰 못 봤어?
너 폰 거기 없어?
없는데?
그래.
This poor kid.
아니 나는 이거를 교무실에 있던 거 그냥 가져와서 내가 나눠주는 것도 아니잖아. 봤잖아. 그냥 애들이 가지고 가고 내가 애들 폰 뭐 만지거나 건데.
Yeah, you notice that now.
Yeah, he sees the lip.
아무튼 나는 진짜 모르겠어.
알았어.
I think if he had a laptop, he'd be able to use the Find My on it and find the phone if it's an iPhone.
이거 연신 폰.
역시 서 팀장.
진짜 잘 가. 뭐
일단 사랑해.
What is there? Just some random room in the school where they can all hang out and smoke and stuff?
Guess so.
Old janitor's closet or something.
연시은 그 폰 찾았어?
I thought for sure he was following him.
I thought he was going to say, who did this to you? But he's not wanting to get involved in anything.
미안하네 내가. 왜냐하면은 어쨌든 관리 못한 내 책임도 좀 있고 그래서 너 핸드폰 새로 사거나 하면은 내가 좀 돈 보태줄게. 야 이럴 때일수록 조금 긍정적인 마인드로.
Jesus.
너 마음 편해지려고 이러는 거잖아. 진짜 비겁한 거야? 그거.
He's right. But he is in a bad spot. Not justifying or making excuses, but it's either he keeps getting his ass kicked or
비겁해.
근데 너 폰 바꾸고 싶어서 일부러 잃어버린 거 아니지?
He's like a zombie walking around.
다음 학기에 너 유학 가면 우리 이렇게 데이트할 시간도 없겠다.
Ooh, studying abroad.
처음에 좀 힘들 수 있어도 금방 괜찮아질 거야.
well, they did start to show off by showing that he's constantly thinking about what happened.
Yeah, about Suho.
난 여전히 잠이 안 와. 수면제를 먹어도 잠이 잘 안 들어.
Is he going back?
He's going back to the
We're
hospital.
gonna see him?
I think.
나는 이렇게 잠이 안
There we
드는데
go.
너는 언제 깨어날 수 있을까?
Holy shit! I wasn't sure if we'd yet see him at all this season.
Yeah.
사실 나야말로 비겁한 게 아닌가 싶어. 다들
Just went and got a new phone with mom. Yeah, he just wants to stay out of it at this point.
Yeah.
없는 사람처럼.
I mean, it'd be the same vicious circle that he was just in.
Yep.
잘했어. 너는 정말 귀여운 사람이야.
Yeah, that's why they got the lines painted on the stairs. Wait, they go
우리
the
줄때
other way,
내가
don't
소개팅
they?
시켜줄까? 어떡할까?
그래. 야 우리
Oh, shit.
쭈구리 우리 준태가 대물이야? 꽃 한 번만 만져볼까? 아이 와봐.
What is going on?
What the f- going on? Oh, he's remembering.
Bum suck story.
Yep.
Oh, he's thinking.
Is he going to snap here?
I think so.
Dude, this is just on a different level, too.
What the f-
He's doing his Sherlock Holmes thing here.
Like the rage is just building. Oh, right in the trap. Oh. Oh, there's one in the thigh.
Oh! Oh, they got us.
Well, he got us because he's done it before.
Yep.
남는 거 많은데 어떻게 하나 줄까? 하나 주세요 해봐요. 비켜. 길 막지 말고.
See, this kid can't believe he's standing up to these guys.
싫은데?
It'd be great if we heard a one-liner from him like, "Good, I don't want you to."
Oh, he started.
I was hoping you would say that.
가. 야 비켜줘.
Is he gonna try and trip him
So
or
he
something and be?
rips off people's phones and then sells it back to him.
저 가면 내비둘 거야?
아이 냅둬 저 찐따 새끼 씨.
Just
That's his
just
way,
leave him
that's his
alone,
way-
guys.
That's his way to justify being scared.
Yep.
Oh, so you're gonna bring him milk in a sandwich and think it's okay that you stole his phone, dude?
미안.
Dave, you got to remember.
He's
the
trying
situation.
anything.
Yeah, he's.
네.
He's in a really tough spot.
그날 점심도 안 먹고 자는 것 같아서.
필요 없으니까 가져가.
야 나는 그냥 미안해. 내가 폰 훔쳐서 최영만한테 줬어.
All right.
Straight up.
미안해. 근데 나도 진짜 어쩔 수가 없었어. 그 저번에 네가 비겁하다고 그랬었잖아. 그때로 내가 진짜 생각을 많이 해봤는데 아무리 생각해도 어떻게 해야 될지를 모르겠어서.
Yeah, he has no idea. It'd be like 5-on-1 if he tries to do anything.
나도 알려주면 안 돼? 비겁하지 않으려면 어떻게 해야 되는지.
Wow.
너밖에 물어볼 사람이 없을 것 같아서
Yep.
부탁이야.
He's right back into it.
This did not go good with Byung-suk.
뉴턴즈 3법칙 알아? 작용이 없으면 반작용도 없는 거야.
For every action, equal and opposite reaction, fellas. I wasn't sure if
It's
it
like when
was...
the unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Yeah, but you just said it wrong. You're supposed to say irresistible.
Is this where he's like, don't go back to old ways. Don't go back to old ways.
Don't get involved.
Yeah.
All that happens when I get involved and try to help people is bad things. That's totally what he's thinking.
Vice president. Oh boy.
He's looking up to Newton's third law.
So he's the team leader, VP. I wonder if that's actual VP or like VP of their little theft ring that the bullies.
그러니까 아까 뭐 준태 했다고 그러는 거 같던데. 몰라 씨발. 준태가 전화 안 받으면 돈은 누가 내냐?
Oh, Jesus.
Let's.
놀고들 있고. 간다. 비즈니스. 자.
God,
Thanks for the announcement, pal.
They're making him pay for stuff too.
Like Byung-suk.
Yep.
우리 연합에
Well,
들어가려고.
granted, he was doing it, but
은장이 은장답게 말을 쳐 들어. 은장 봐라. 와씨, 장난하는데 이 새끼.
Oh, they're shaking down everybody.
나 은장 최요만이야. 나 오늘 성재 미팅하기로 했는데 있어 없어?
네, 성정 지금 안에 있어.
땡큐. 줄 거 있으면 빨리 줘.
enjoy it while you can.
은장 진짜 연합 들어오나?
근데 은장 대가리 바쿠 아니냐? 뭔데 깝치냐 저 새끼. 응. 다음 달에 물량 더 가져올게.
꺼져.
Well, these guys paying up to the big boss.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking.
어그로만 끌라고 이래서 끄방 맞는 새끼들이랑 레이드 돌리는 게 아닌데.
Noobs. That's what he meant to say.
Speak.
바쿠 작업 풀렸을 때 너가 심하게 탁 쳐주면은
다음 주?
내가 다음 주까지 100개 진짜 무조건 갖고 올게. 와, 나 진짜 내가 이런 실수를 안 하거든 원래.
Oh, shit.
어린 놈 새끼들이 쳐맞으려고 씨. MG 조폭 뭐 그런 건가? MG 씨발. 아씨. 뭐 이
Oh
새끼야.
boy.
Oh!
Crazy eyes.
Oh. Back to it.
성재, 바쁜데 미안해. 갈게.
Oh, now we know what kind of guy we're dealing with.
Yep.
새끼 이름이 뭐냐?
Who the hell was that?
Wonder if that's going to tie into that tattooed fist we saw at the end of season 1.
Because he's not answering his phone.
Well,
Yeah.
remember
Holy shit.
the quote that we just heard about Newton there.
Yep.
Oh man, how is this going to end now?
I wonder if he's getting there extra early so he doesn't have to run into anybody outside, you know, get in school, or at least maybe there's a little bit of protection from your teachers and the staff, although that seems limited at this school.
뉴턴즈 3법칙. 모든 작용에 대해.
Yeah, I think he's planning some sabotage or an attack.
They have a full-on lock for that room.
I think he's taking the phones back.
Yeah, because he knows if he takes the phones, then that other guy is going to be so screwed, it's not even going to matter.
Well, and honestly, they shouldn't be
Bolt cutters, dude.
texting him saying you're dead and everything too
Right.
either.
Take them all.
So what's he going to go empty-handed up to the big boss and get his head smashed into a desk? Yeah, he's giving them all back.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Wow.
He's doing his delivery service again. He's doing the right thing, yeah.
Well, he's not being a coward now.
오히려
Holy shit. Look. All
But
these
this is going to
phones.
cause a reaction, like he was saying upstairs here.
Yep.
So,
Well, he had to do something more than just bring him snacks, right, Oak?
아 오바스 하지 말고 병신아.
Oh, here we go.
신입 새끼가 왜 갑자기 독립운동 중이냐?
근데 봐봐 중요한 건 나한테만 준 게 아니라 너나 다 줬다는 거야. 그 새끼
아 체험한 야마동이 빡세던데. 서준태 뒤졌다 진짜.
man, I wonder if he's thinking the same thing we are. Like, oh, he's done.
He told him not to be a coward, and he acted on it. Now he's
Oh, shit.
Well, he said he was acting like a coward, not
Yeah.
don't be.
대답들은 하나고 씨발놈들아 두고.
He's going to be freaking out because of what he just saw.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Here we
Because
go.
he's got till probably 5 o'clock before it's his ass.
Well,
Or at least the end of the week.
He said next week.
Yeah.
Oh, you just woke up the sleeping beast.
이 개새끼 어딨어?
Way to help out, guys. Hey, he brought us all our phone back. Where's he at?
Very good action follows.
옳은 작용에 옳은 반작용이 따른다.
대야,
옳은 작용에 옳은 반작용이 따른다.
일로 나와봐봐.
Is he using that for a mouth guard?
Yep.
내가 가지 뭐.
Oh, he just ate that
How are
kick.
there never any teachers in any of these classrooms? Just
진짜?
empty, nonstop.
You know, just one or two.
가져갔어?
We saw the teachers before. They're not able to stop these kids. What are they going to do? Get their asses kicked?
멋있네.
Here we go.
Oh, he's blocking.
이것 좀 막아보세요.
Oh,
Yeah, it was only so. He.
네가 지금 누구 때문에 학교 편하게 다니는데 자살시켜줄까 이 씨발놈아!
Oh,
Jesus.
Jesus.
씨발놈아!
I wonder if this is going to be triggering. Remember, he watched the video.
yeah.
Yep. Yep. Here we go.
Oh. Slow drum beat.
And all these kids just sit and watch. What a bunch of pussies. Every single one of them.
Really?
Oh.
Here we go.
시끄럽잖아.
Oh,
숨 넘지 말라고.
everyone's making noise in the back.
Oh, come on.
What an episode.
What a way to end it.
What an opener for
What a way to
season
end
2.
it. Unbelievable, man.
I loved the burn of this one. Loved how they did
Yeah.
it. Because look, I think it's foolish to sit here and think that Si-eun is going to walk in here and just be Superman and save everybody and, you know, get every cat out of every tree and solve every problem. Like, he's just trying to manage his own life of what he went through. And he's just, you know, you saw him walking down the street, like total zombie, blocking everything out. Doesn't pay attention to much of anything. And if not for Jun-tae taking his phone and actually approaching him a bunch of times, you know, you wonder, does he even acknowledge or see any of this really going on to, you know, to get involved there at the end? So it's really interesting seeing the journey that he's taking. And, you know, and I guess Diamond Dave's playing it back here right now. Even in that beginning scene, everybody was fighting, everybody was brawling, but not him. He was just staying out of it, observing from the outside.
Well, he was running to it.
Not wanting to get involved is the way I took it anyways. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But to me, I took it as he's seen it go down, but doesn't want to get involved. And it's all this chaos around him. And he's just trying to find his own way. It was cool that we got to see him go to see Suho back at the hospital. And that, again, we got that in season or episode 1 of season 2, which I think is good, right? Because I don't know how much the audience would want to wait and wonder, whoa, what happened to him? When are we going to see him? So I'm glad that they did that. But he's in a whole new place now. At first I thought maybe he was I thought he was staying on campus or something. Like I thought it was a school where that's where you stayed because of the room that he showed. That obviously wasn't the room that he was in before. So I don't know if that's his mom's place or if it's a dormitory or what. They haven't really spelled that out too much. So I guess we'll have to find out about that. But that's a whole new different experience as well. But yeah, just a fantastic opener. And it's like, new school, same shit is kind of what it comes down to. And he remembers how everything started. It was one kid wanted to get better grades in class, and that's all it took. And next thing you know, people are getting kidnapped, people are getting nearly killed, and all this stuff is happening just from one little interaction. And I think him bringing up Newton's law was brilliant because it's like that one little action he did in season 1 started this whole cascade of events that happened and brought him to where he is now. So I totally get his mindset that he's in right now, and just a brilliant start to season 2 here, or class 2 if you want to call it, because man, they had a lot to live up to.
Yeah, it was really good that they did this. That they had to introduce obviously some new characters. We had to have some new situations to be around, to be in and around. Human, the a-hole that tries to run the school. We saw a glimpse of him trying to get on Si-eun, get in his face at the end of the first season, and it seems like we did this nice little time jump that Jun-tae was like, you said he was off limits. You said you would take care of him.
Yeah.
You said he was someone that that it would be a problem. And of course, as we've seen throughout this whole show, anytime they're by themselves, they're not Mr. Tough Guy. But once they have their group or they're already beating up on someone, well, then they can get in. Then they're Mr. Tough Guy. Then they're a real badass. And
and if they're called out in front of everybody like he was.
He was questioned in front of everyone in their little room that they have their union or whatever that has a freaking lock on the door and everything at school. Look, we had a student union in my school, but there was no lock on the door or anything like that we could get away from everybody. It was pretty much out in the open. But so it's interesting that they were still leaving him out of it until Jun-tae made the mistake, but he's doing it to save his own ass too. But I'm glad that when he heard that he was cowardly, he was like, all right, I have to make a change. And he decided, to try and rectify everything he's done. And what's funny is everybody in the school knew that he took their phone. Everybody did. Everybody knew he did it, and then everybody knew he gave it back. It was so interesting that they would just accept it if they were just fine. They're like, well, my parents will just buy me a new one. It's like, I don't understand why they wouldn't, go at Human before right away for what he has done. But they even said get out of his way when he's really pissy. He's really in a bad mood. He's really brutal. So I'm kind of with you, Oak, too. Is why don't they all just pounce on him? But I guess that could lead to worse things that happen to them in their personal lives, have to transfer and all this other stuff, and then they're right back to where they were, in this school. So very interesting way to start off. And then we saw that, Man, he's answering to someone else too that is running a big syndicate, and he doesn't like it even when people of his that are near his level are getting lippy. He'll walk right around and take care of them as well to show his dominance, the same way that Iman has done as well. That he have to maintain that look that you're the person
showing
in
him
charge.
the beating that
and
would come.
what could happen to you. And so that's why I was surprised that he was even willing to give him a week. Because usually anytime you see that, they're like a week, at most a day, something like that they give it, that they really, showcase how hard a ass that he is. But and then at the end with with Se-eun getting all the flashbacks to what was happening to him and Byung-suk and everything from the previous season, and wanting to make a change. And like, I'm right on board with you too that he's not Superman, but he had enough of warning a system around him that nobody would mess with him. And now that he's got to prove himself, now it's either gonna, you know, make him even more of someone to fear in the rest of the school, or that they think they can push over and try to get to. But another solid start. I love the introduction of the new characters, and so we can follow them on this journey. And it was nice seeing Suho. Hopefully we get more of him in the next episodes.
Yeah, it's just wild to me watching the shows, you know, and I know when we watched The Glory, I was like, this is crazy. This isn't how any school would be. And people commented like, no, like it's wild over there. So I still have a hard time watching the show and seeing like, okay, a group of kids just have some random room that they have scan cards to, that there's no I mean, it's spray paint.
Well, I mean, I
in
think
there.
you consider some of the inner cities in the United
Right,
States. I'm
right,
sure
but
they're
I mean,
every
that's-
bit-
it's everywhere.
Well, so that's what I'm saying is that I'm saying it's wild for me to wrap my head around. Like, there's schools where kids would just have rooms where they can go and their scan cards unlocked, and then, you know, like the phone thing. I'm like, okay, would you really be able to take every kid's phone and like not be caught? But like on a 1-by-1 bet, you take one kid's phone and he doesn't want to be the narc or have worse blowback, and the parents say, what happened to your phone? Oh, I lost my phone. Well, if it happened to 30 kids and every kid just told their parents the same thing, hey mom, I lost my phone, hey dad, I lost my phone, and it's not like all the parents get together and talk, you know, parents just, hey, lost your phone. But it's wild that just like he'd be able to take every kid in the class's phone and nobody would stand up. And it speaks volumes about like how the power hierarchy is even in high schools over there, which I think is wild. And it's just tough to watch because, you know, it's not any secret if you've been following our channel for any period of time. Like, we all just think the bullying is just gross, and it's so hard to watch. And that's everybody, right? It's like, oh, we think bullying's bad. Well, everybody does, but it's just concerning, you know, seeing kids this age. You know, these are kids around the age of, you know, a lot of our friends have kids that, you know, are this age. You know, my little guy's a lot younger, but, you know, you still have concerns about bullying and stuff. So to see this, it's really hard to watch, especially considering after some of the other shows we've watched, people have said, you know, this is a real representation of the things that happened there. And it feels kind of right now like a repeat of season one. The writing was so incredible in season one. I feel like I have all the confidence that we're going to go in like a different direction. But okay, here's a new bully at a new school, kind of running a new kind of scheme, you know. This is different, stealing people's phones. It's like, and it seems like it's a pretty large scale operation too. It's not just, we saw the other guy.
It's just full.
You know, they made the kind of the you had the school, of course, bad guy leader, and then you had like the next level, and you could see even the school tough guy was like, oh, hey, you know, real kind of skittish around the main bad guy, but he was just, you know, gaming there, had a sport jacket on and stuff like that. So he was vastly different from Gil-soo in appearance and everything and presentation, but we saw him smash the guy's head on the keyboard. So, you know, he's legit. So, Jun-tae, a lot of parallels between Byung-suk. You know, Byung-suk, of course, was talked into putting the fentanyl patch on Se-eun's back, and now we have Jun-tae, you know, talked into stealing his phone, and so, you know, some parallels with somebody who's not as courageous, and we saw him stand up for himself and kind of take the beating at the end, which was really tough to watch. I think the hardest thing for me to watch isn't the fact that, you know, you have a bully who's beating it up. It's just the whole class just stands by and does nothing. And it's like, I get that things are different there than they are here, but to have nobody do anything is so hard to watch. It's frustrating to see teachers not in the classrooms. You know, Quinn and Dave, you guys brought up, you know, schools and inner cities and stuff like that. We're just watching back through you see like the ceiling, there's mold and kind of dirt, and you can tell that it's not like.
Yeah, that end of season 1, the way they showed the school, I actually thought it was worse than what we've been seeing.
Yeah, this
here.
looks like they might have just set dress the previous school.
It looks like I think that's what they're trying to show. I mean, it looks like a pretty rough school.
Yep.
So, look, again, they get you. The thing that this show does is they get you in the emotions. They get you angry. You know, they get you frustrated. They get you angry. They get you sympathetic. You know, and to have, you know, as a middle-aged, you know, grown man, like feeling this much like towards high school kids in a fictional story, again, it just speaks volumes to how good the writing is on this show and how good they are at, you know, pulling those emotions out of the viewers. So a really solid start to Class 2. And, you know, it's weird as reactors. We say, oh, I can't wait to see what happens next. And it's like, I'm kind of like just cringe. I don't want to watch what happens next because of the nature of the story. But because, they're doing such a good job with it, I'm already hooked. Season 2, Class 2, and can't wait to see where we go from here.
Yeah, kind of with Quinn on that. I don't know if I want to classify it as a slow burn, but the burn of this episode was actually pretty cool. With the introductions to the new characters, especially Jun-tae, you kind of feel bad for him because of the situation he's in. I'm hoping we get to see why he's in the situation he's in, because all he's trying to do is just not get harmed in any way. And as we saw there, he got threatened. If you don't bring me his phone, well, then pretty much you're going to get it worse than what you just did. And then the guy said that when he did bring him the phone, well, why didn't you just do it in the first place? Avoid all that.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you bring that up about why, the who, the how and the why behind him. Because like he seems like a kid who's got money because they asked him if he was going to pay and doesn't seem like he causes trouble. So why the hell is he at this school? That's something we'll have to explore.
Yeah, and he has empathy. He seems to, like you said, be intelligent. He was trying to apologize, well, in a couple different levels, right? One where I'm just going to try to bypass and fake like I did, and then one was straight up like, I did it, I'm so sorry. So part of me wants to think right now, and well, obviously, he made it obvious too at the end there, where he kept repeating Newton's third law and then giving the phones back, right? He's trying to make a change, and that's thanks to Si-eun. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how their relationship is going to grow now from this, because I'm glad he did step in finally, because I was wondering when they showed those kicks to the head intentionally. So that, for me, just like Si-eun there, it brought back the flashbacks, but I was curious if it was really going to trigger him now. All right, seen this before, know how this goes, and then go interrupt. But he waited just a little bit longer when the chair was getting picked up, and then that's when he intervened with the new surroundings. A lot of these kids, I want to say it's respect, but you could say it's fear, or they just, hey, I'm not looking to get into it with this guy at all. Just, you know, kind of, hey, just let him go by, let him do his thing. That is actually kind of interesting too, to kind of see here that that's happening. But then, of course, when someone's business is getting interfered with because they're working for someone else, of course, like we said before, like you were just saying there, Andrew, the group mentality. Oh, we're good now. But when there's one-on-one, it's just nope, we can't do it.
That's so frustrating to see that, you know.
But it's typical behavior.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's very typical, you know.
Yeah. And that kid with the red jacket, I can't remember his name here, but playing the gaming seems like to be one of the upper bosses with the phone system.
Seung-jae.
Yep. And he didn't look like much to me, like as in a physical stature. So I'm curious, not that these kids should be giants by any means, but I guess I wouldn't assume that he would have had that kind of physical power on a guy sitting there right away.
He kind of resembled Byung-suk a little bit with the glasses and the hairstyle.
I know that's what's tricky. We see that now, and we're trying to make these comparisons.
With the way he was looking at him with, and you said kind of like crazy eyes. He reminded me of Si-eun a little bit, where he's got that little ticking time bomb in him that he when he snaps, he snaps.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even remember talking to the guy. Who was that?
He doesn't know who he is. So that's what's even funnier about that whole situation. Like how did he get a meeting then if he didn't know? Either way, looking forward to seeing how this is going to roll out. And yes, I got to assume at some point we're going to see the tattooed hand guy, woman, whoever it was, back in here at some point. I'm really looking forward to it. I actually enjoyed this episode. We started off a little slow and then it kind of picked up there as we started getting momentum. So bring on episode 2.
Yeah, just real quick too. Interesting relationship that he has with his mom, where he's referring to her as doctor in the session, and then his mom. So very much a separation of, hey, I'm.
Well, that wasn't his mom with the doctor.
Because when he walked out, because when he walked out, he had the picture, and I thought it was.
I think that was a cut to where he's at
his house.
Oh, okay. Because I thought it was the same office when he was coming out.
That was a cut to his house.
That picture though, it didn't have dad. So
well, you could tell his bedroom looked like it was totally different. So he had to transfer schools.
Yeah,
so
that's why.
So
now he's living.
Yeah, he lives somewhere else. And seeing him go there to see Sohu at the hospital was fantastic. I'm glad I wasn't. Yeah. I really thought we weren't going to see anything this season of him. So hey, bravo. Glad I'm glad they worked him in a little bit so we could see it.
There we go.
Easy payday for him.
Just get all hooked up and
get hooked up.
All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. This is a great start to another season of We Class. So for Appleton Oak, Diamond Dave, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. Catch you on the next one, pals.